letting water into this timber hole here for our ducks. I'm gonna go ahead and get it primed up. Hopefully I can let water through, but I'm gonna sneak my way up there looking for deer. That's not exactly how I wanted this morning to go, but I just shot at one. Two does just crossed. Oh, what is that? It's like a 120-yard shot free-handed. But he looked like a decent-sized buck and he was chasing a doe. Pretty sure I got it on camera. He wasn't wider than his ears, but everybody else has shot a deer this year and I hadn't, so I had to get some points on the board. Oh man, he looked like he was at least a 3-year-old. I'm hoping and praying he was a 3-year-old. I just got out from where I was down there. I was walking up through here and the doe came out. And the first does that went across, I couldn't even get the camera started or anything. But anyways, I was just creeping up through here. There's the dam for the big swamp and the spillway, and I was sitting down there and I walked this way, got up down there, and I walked about 100 yards and saw that doe come across, and she pegged me standing here in the middle of this lane, but I just didn't move, and I was far enough away and my wind's going that way. Man, that was crazy. I'm gonna watch the video. Well, I've been spending a lot of time trying to find a shooter buck, and I don't think that deer was a massive deer. I just watched the footage and he definitely wasn't wider than his ears, but when he turns his head sideways, all you can see is tines, so he's probably a nice 2-year-old or maybe a 3-year-old. But it was time to, I got duck hunt coming up and then a deer hunt in Virginia, and by the time I get back here, rut will be over, all the bucks will be locked down. When I saw him about to leave the lane and I wasn't going to be able to see him anymore, I just made that split-second decision just to drop him. So he kicked. We'll go up there and see if I see blood. Alright, so I didn't see any blood when I crossed over where I thought he was standing, but I figured I'd do what I need to do up here and give it a little bit longer before I go tromping into the woods. Here's the problem with shooting a deer in the rain. You might never find it. I'm screwed, man. This is just insane. There's no way for me to tell which direction he went. Haven't found a drop of blood. Not even right where he was standing. But he hucklebucked. He should be a dead deer. Usually when they hucklebuck like that, that means they're toast. But I ain't found no blood. Alright. Talked to my buddy Kyle on the way down here again. With all the rain, I'm gonna kind of keep my eyes peeled a little bit, but it's pretty much pointless to look for blood. So what
kind of decided together with him was that I should just get on onX and track myself and do like a grid or a spiral out from where I shot at him and go out to like 200 or 300 yards. And if you don't find anything, the only thing you can do from there is check cameras and hope you didn't hit him. But like, this here is the section of woods that he ran into, and it goes all the way down here. But if he came across this trail and it goes on down through there, if he came across it anywhere and went into this, never find him. So I hope he stayed in those woods, and I'm gonna track myself and see if I can find him. I looked for that deer, couldn't find it, so I'm trying to redeem myself. I didn't want to hunt over there because I've been walking all around, so I came back up here to the Pine Road. I just created this little ground blind right here, just so I have a little bit of cover if something steps out. Oh, we'll wait and see now. About 20 minutes ago, right after I got done setting up, pretty decent bachelor buck walked out right here in bow range. I thought for sure he'd bust me, being so close and on the ground like this, but he looked and then he kept on going. He was just right there. Alright, y'all. November 5th. This is absolutely it. I'm leaving to go to the beach this evening to hunt ducks this weekend, so this is my last chance hunting. Can't believe that I've gone this many times this week. Hopefully this morning's the morning. It's been a heartbreaker so far, but last chance. Can't sit for terribly long because I gotta go to work. Put one more day in before my vacation. Last night I flipped a coin on 2 spots that I wanted to go to. Wound up on the gas line, but not where we normally sit. I'm actually going to watch the other end of the gas line where there's a real big scrape down there. The scrape is not on the gas line. It's kind of just a little bit around the corner, but I'll be looking down towards that way, and if something hits that scrape, then most likely it's going to come across the gas line down there, either going from the scrape or going to the scrape. So hopefully I'll see something. I've never looked down through there for a while. I've always kind of wondered. I wonder if that's a place where big bucks sneak through and we don't ever see them. It'll be easy for me to walk back and look down the section of the gas line that we normally hunt. So maybe every now and again I can walk about 100 yards back towards the road and be able to see down that way. But man, I will be one lucky joker if something happens this morning. Even though won't be lucky as far as like seeing deer movement, because they are moving right now, but I'll just be lucky that this is pretty much my last opportunity. Got to be appreciative to the Lord for all the times I've got to go, and think of it in a positive way. If I don't shoot a big deer for 10 years from now, it's giving me something to look forward to. And I know it's hard to think about that when you haven't got a deer, but I bet you once I get a big one, I'll be wishing I'm back in the time when I didn't have a big one. So you gotta enjoy the chase, and praise God. So see you in the woods.
this way now. He's got something wrong with him. Come on, step back out, big boy. Step back out. Here he comes. I can see his horns. There he is. He's got blood hanging out his nose. What the heck? Come on, buddy. Dropped him. I finally did it. I finally did it. God, that was freaking insane, man. Freaking insane. He walked all the way down to me. He walked all the way down to me. It's a pretty nice deer. Had to shoot him. Oh, there's another buck down there. Yes! My biggest deer so far. And that was so crazy. Like, I don't know what he had hanging out of his mouth, but I think maybe somebody else shot him before. He had something, like something was hanging out of his mouth, skin or his tongue or something. Like hanging far down, way farther than a tongue could hang unless it was like shot. Oh, he he was so rutted and walked all the way to me, baby. Yes. That's what it's about. I'm about to go on a duck trip for 4 days. Bam, son. Deer down, boys. Deer down. Oh, I think I did hit him the first time. Thank you, God, for this deer. Oh, he's a 9-pointer. And he is nice, boys. His jaw was like shot open or something. I don't know what happened to his jaw. He might have broke it. He ain't the biggest deer ever, like body-wise. But he had a rack on him, boys. He had a rack on him. Oh, that's a nice deer, boys. That's a nice deer. This boy's been shot at, boys. He's been shot at for sure. Look at that. Somebody shot him in the face. I put this deer out of his misery. Oh my God. Viewer discretion is advised on this one. Somebody had shot this deer in the jaw. And then I shot it in the lungs and in the chest. Shot it in the lungs and in the chest. This deer's been shot 3 times. Pretty nice deer though. I'm gonna call Kyle, my taxidermist, and see if it's possible to fix this deer up and fake it or something. Maybe use the skin off the face of another deer. Anyways, that's crazy. The last day I could hunt, and literally the best action I've had all year, and I got a deer, and I couldn't be more happy about that. Came right down to it. I'd only bought the 1 buck tag for non-resident South Carolina this year, and I really wanted to just feel that. That's why I shot at that deer yesterday. That wasn't nearly as big as this one. And video evidence shows that it was a clean miss. Most likely, there were a few people I talked to that, say they never see a buck, do a horse kick like that unless he was hit. But I watched the footage over and over again, and it looks like it hits the dirt, and the dirt goes upwards into the air, and none of the spray is coming downwards like it hit the deer. So, pretty sure I missed him. I was kind of relieved about that. But I did do a search I used on X, and I went every 20 to the side 20 yards, spiraled out like for a good 300 yards out from where I had shot at him. So that's about all you can do. If he did get shot and made it farther than that, then I was probably just never going to find him anyway. So we'll keep our eye out on the game cameras, see if we see that deer, that'll make me feel even better, but I'm pretty sure it didn't hit him. And pushed one more day. Wasn't even planning to come today. Luckily, you know, my schedule is a lot better this year than last year, and I was able to squeeze it in. So, headed to work now. I'm gonna try to squeeze in a full day, and I'm gonna drop this guy off at the butcher on my way, just because I don't have the time to mess with it. And hopefully I'll see what they say there, but my friend said it might need a new cape if I want to mount. So I don't know, we'll see what they say, and I might ask them to save it, just either way. So see what they say. I just want to say one more time, be ready for a shot. Don't take a shaky shot. If you're on the ground, be real careful. You know, you got to hit these deer right in the sweet spot to put them down. And it might not seem like it when you're target practicing, but it's easy to do. It's easy to mess up, and I've done it, and I did it yesterday. And I feel like I did my due diligence to make sure I didn't hit the deer or look for the deer. But this deer I shot this morning, somebody had shot him in the face. And I just don't know how that happens. I had to either been an incredibly far shot, or the person's gun was off, or the person was, you know, taking a shaky shot, standing up, free-handed. I don't know, but
continue for 14 miles.
It's amazing that that deer still appeared to be rutting while his jaw was hanging off. So, first time I've ever seen anything like that. Probably be a while before I ever see anything like that again. But just take good shots. Put these deer down quick. There's deer moving everywhere today. This one might have ran, but it was just a deer right there. Probably looking for the buck that I just shot. Why ain't you chasing me no more? Come on. There she is. Two of them. Come on. Where'd he go? Where's our man at? Wonder, hey Jane, you think that guy's got him in the back of his truck? I don't know, Susan. Just follow me into the woods.